welcome to the Video Game Town Hall podcast. That's two phrases sort of clumped together. The name of the website, Video Game Town, and a town hall meeting. Is that a portmanteau?
I don't think that's how that works.
No?
They're just words. They're not words being smushed in together. So I think a Video Game Town Hall podcast is what we are. And if you like us, go to videogame.town/donate. We have a Patreon. You can hear more of us for as little as $5 American. You can get more. You get a bonus podcast every single month. If you just want to chat with us, $3 a month will get you access to our Discord. And there are additional stuff. There's additional tiers where you could get more access to stuff that would be very much approved on our end. And then if you don't want a subscription and you just want to support us, you can go to our Ko-fi on videogame.town/donate. And if you don't have any money, you don't have spare change, you can still help us by going over to Apple Podcasts and Spotify and getting a review. Just give us a big old thumbs up. We would appreciate it.
Now, you're probably wondering if you're new, because there might be a lot of new listeners, who the heck are speaking right now? Well, I am the mayor of Video Game Town, Jared Russo, and I'm here with the sheriff of Video Game Town, Grant Bruner.
It's me, Sheriff.
I've designated that as your official job title now. I hope you're okay with that.
Real too busy sweeping for sheriffs, I'm afraid. I sweep nonstop. I believe that is my primary job here at Video Game Town.
Custodial staff, really?
Yeah. I'm the editor-in-chief of Video Game Town.
That's a
edit
sheriff.
Things as close as possible. I also don't think towns typically don't have sheriffs. I believe it's mostly a county thing.
Listen, if we're really going to start splitting hairs over this, then you know what? I'm the Grand Vizier. How's that sound? You're a wizard. Who cares?
You're the sheik.
Unbelievable. All right. We have a number of superlative awards to give out. I would not say that these are mostly in jest, but I would not take these like crazy seriously. I just think that what we're going to do is we're going to go through some categories. Some of them we made up. Some of them are typical archetypes of award shows. And then we're just going to list some fun noms. You pick a favorite or your winner. I'll pick, whatever I like as my winner. And then we'll just kind of briskly move on because we have around like 18 of these.
That sounds
so good. Let's just dive right in.
Fuck it.
And that's the entire episode. So I don't think there's a quiz. There's no other shenanigans to get into. It is Game of the Year time.
It's go-to time, baby.
It's December. We're going to talk about the best games of the year. And then like
games of the year.
The 4 best games will just kind of show up over and over and over. And you'll find out which are those very soon. All right.
Claire Obscure.
Oh, trust me. Yeah, you're gonna hear Dispatch, Claire Obscure, Death Stranding a lot. So I hope you like those games. So the first one we have written down, I'll go in order of this doc. Best episodic game, Dispatch, Blippo Plus, Lost Records, Bloom and Rage?
Yep.
Okay, just making sure I didn't make up that title. Deltarune. And listen, Death Stranding 2 does have episodes, but it's not an episodic game. But I just wanted to just slide that in there. That's a good pick.
I think because you really only played the one. I think I'm going to go Blippo Plus because I think it deserves recognition.
Upset special of the year.
Because I know your answer. It's going to be Dispatch.
Yeah, I think Dispatch is maybe one of the best Telltale-esque clone kind of games. Like, they're not point-and-click adventures, and they're not, like, visual novel. Like, they're, like, choose-your-own video game things. We need a better name for that.
Yeah, they're absolutely derived from point-and-click adventure games. They're adventure games, to be sure. They're derived from them. It's in the same way that, like, a walking simulator is not, like, an immersive sim, but it's derived from an immersive sim.
Yeah, that makes sense. I beat Dispatch last night. It is incredible. We will obviously talk about it way more in many other categories. It blew me away.
So here's the question. Not to get too spoilery, would you say that you got the quote-unquote good ending?
I mean, everything that happened in my game was great. I wouldn't necessarily... I don't know what the quote-unquote bad ending is, but I'm assuming a certain character becomes a villain and not a hero.
Yeah, more or less. I mean, not exactly. It isn't that clear-cut, but like more or less, yes.
Well, I got a heroic ending, and I got to smooch the person we wanted, and everything seemed to work out.
Everybody loved me.
And we did stream Blippo, and it seemed like watching Adult Swim, and you could change the channel.
Everything about it, the way the format of it, where your channel surfing, it's released episodic. Not only is it like episodically in that they were releasing episodes and you kind of like play through them and it progresses through time, but also like the individual narratives within each show progress, and I think all of that stuff is just really rock solid. It looks perfect. Like it is the perfect looking game. They released it originally and it was just on the Playdate, so it's in that like 1-bit style where, you know, it's all kind of like mushy gray and pixelated, and you can play the game that way on like the Switch or whatever. But I played it in the this is what it looks like to watch cable mode, and I think that it's just one of the most up my alley games imaginable. It's extremely my shit. Dispatch is also my shit, and to be clear, I think Dispatch is great and I love it, and it will be very high on my go list. But I want to give Blippo it's a great episodic game.
I wonder what conversations around that game will be like, other than like, hey, did you see this crazy weird thing? No, I haven't seen that yet.
I just think I also have like, it is probably like my most screenshotted game of the year, and I'm like, I want to look at that. Here is this fucking wild bullshit happening, and I want to be able to look at that later. And I don't know if you do this, but like sometimes I would just screenshot games because I'm like, this is stupid, and I want to look at that. When I eventually, like months from now, I'm looking through my like console screenshot, I want to be able to see what the fuck happened here. Like I want to see this and go like, yeah, that is stupid. I love that.
Well, you just invented a new category: most screenshotted game. Your winner's Blippo Plus, and I would say between Ghost of Yote, for me, because I had to take pictures of animals to show my fiance Katie. But I think my winner would be Blueprints, because I had to take a lot of photos of like crazy drawings and puzzles and like things and to remember, and I jot them down in a planner, and I write notes, and yeah, I just
Claire Obscure is also up there in that like there's a bunch of wild shit happening in Claire Obscure that I also really wanted. I took a lot of screenshots, but not quite as much as Blippo.
All right. Look at that. We invented a new category. Live. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's what we needed, more categories. Great job. Great job, Grant.
When I write the post, it'll be quicker. It won't be, This is maybe one of my favorite awards. And we're going to do it early, because I think this might be clipped out for social media. The Everybody Disliked That Award for Biggest Disappointment.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, one of these just can't be the government.
Oh, no, because it has to be video games.
Yes. Okay. Those are the boundaries. That's the parameters.
Yeah, I mean, like it needs to at least have something to do with fucking video games, because like it's a video game website. Like, I'm not saying that you can't like, if they're like, if you wanted to say tariffs making video game shit cost more, then that's fine. But if you're just like, ICE is kidnapping people, it's like, yeah, that's true, but also unrelated to video games.
True. Okay. EA getting sold.
Fucking sucks.
Yes. The open world of Mario Kart World. Bad. Xbox. And I guess Microsoft. That's all we need to say.
Yeah.
Arc Raider succeeding in spite of generative AI nonsense.
Yeah.
Every piece of hardware for the rest of our lives will now be getting more expensive as time goes on and not drop in price because money. Fewer console exclusives for PlayStation, because they just don't need to try anymore, because now they have Microsoft games on their consoles. So that makes things easier to not have to release as many games. And a late entry, Netflix buying Warner Brothers, which includes Warner Brothers games.
Yeah, and then there's talk about Skydance trying to do a hostile, like, cash for stock takeover. So who by the time this posts, who the fuck knows? Nobody knows. That's shitty. I think EA getting sold to the Saudis is the most personally devastating, because while most of EA is already a nightmare, the further ruination and subjugation and humiliation of BioWare, I think really hurts my heart a lot. And I guess it is coming, because like after they gutted BioWare, I had this like, well, maybe they can turn it around. Maybe they can turn it around with if like Mass Effect is good. Maybe they'll turn. And now I just have to be like, it's done. Like it's over. BioWare's donezo. EA is fully solidified. And to be clear, it isn't just random people from Saudi Arabia. It's the Saudi royal family is the problem, not that you just happen to be a person who is of Saudi Arabian ancestry. That's not the problem. It is specifically the House of Saud.
I can't believe Ubisoft didn't make this list, so I'm just going to jot down Ubisoft.
Oh yeah, just fucking whatever the fuck that shit is.
It's like, literally all we had to do was just list companies. It's just like, oh god, this company, jeez.
I mean, it's all bad. It's all fucking real bad.
I'm going to go ahead, and if your winner is EA...
Yeah.
Then
it's the
my
one that
winner
hurts
is
the most.
Okay, I think my winner is just going to go ahead and be Microsoft/Xbox.
It's real bad. It's all real bad.
That
is an ongoing catastrophe. That is something that you just wake up every fucking couple of weeks and go like, oh my god, fucking Microsoft, what the fuck are you doing?
Was there a single good piece of news all year outside of Obsidian released a game and people like Obsidian games, but this company's under boycott? Like it was just that every single...
Outside of like, hey, some of the studios that they own released games that had like warm receptions, I would say no. Like, it's all bad news out of fucking Redmond.
It was like, oh, they launched Oblivion, and they launched South of Midnight, and they launched XYZ, but it was just like, but this company is under boycott, because Jesus fucking Christ.
It's bad. It's bad, and it sucks. And listen, there are plenty of people who work at Microsoft and the subsidiary studios who I think are great. There are plenty of studios that they own that I love. It isn't saying that all these people make dog shit. It's saying like, oh, your corporate masters are nightmare people.
Boy, wouldn't it be cool to work somewhere where you didn't get to just say that and be completely right? Yeah, nuts. Also, you had a Fallout show, and you're not going to release a new Fallout... Anyways, we're moving on to the biggest surprise, which is the opposite of biggest disappointment. I don't think there's anything on here for you.
Yeah, I think this is just a jury category. I don't have a... I mean, I guess it would be, like, for me, it would just be games that, like, I didn't know existed before they came out. Like, if you really wanted to say, like, Root Trees Are Dead, I guess I didn't know that game...
There you go.
I guess, but I don't think of it as a surprise in as much as like, oh, that's a game. Oh yeah, this game is up for me. It's not like I came in being like, what is this? I'm skeptical. The second I heard about it, I'm like, oh, that sounds awesome.
All right, so here's how I'll define it: is a game for me that just came out of nowhere and was so unbelievably good, and then you find out more about who made it, and you're like, oh, one dude made this, or like, I didn't see it. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like. It wasn't shown at a Keighley thing. It wasn't shown at a Nintendo Direct. It didn't have like it was just like, oh, this came out. Oh my goodness! Like, I feel like that's kind of maybe how. So actually, let me get rid of this. So should we include Dispatch on this list?
Maybe, but I feel like people like I just feel like they delivered the goods, and that people are being like, oh man, people that made really good Telltale games are making a game that's kind of like a Telltale game. Like, it showed, like, I feel like the trailers that they showed well and had good responses. Like, I don't think that it's not a surprise, but I don't think it's a huge surprise. Like, I think that in how well it is executed is surprising in a good way, but I don't think that it's the biggest surprise.
All right, well, here are the things I wrote down. Megabonk came out of nowhere. Shinobi was unbelievably good. Like, what a return to form for Shinobi. But that had been shown off, and it looked interesting, but no one knew it was going to be great. Blueprints, a complete shock. Nubby's Number Factory, another weird Steam game that just, like, really snowballed into something that a lot of people played and liked. And the Root Trees Are Dead. I think I'm going to give mine to Blueprints because that was very similar to Balatro, where it was, like, early on in the year, I start hearing about this game, and then within a week, it's like, oh, this is maybe my game of the year. Like, what a turnaround from, to, wow.
I do think that it because the way people were talking about it, or when it came out, there was a lot of people being like, this is going to be the game of the year is locked in, and I feel like it has fallen dramatically since then.
It's true, but IGN put up their Game of the Year nominees, and I think there was only like 5 or 6, and Blueprints was definitely in there. So it's still remarkable. It is very impressive. I really love it. I think it's gonna be my top 2 of the year. I don't want to spoil anything for the listeners, so but yes, you are correct in that like it did not keep the momentum going that Balatro did, where it was like people were obsessed with Balatro. Like every month, it was just like, man, remember Balatro? I could play that on my phone now. I could play that on the Switch now. And we all moved on from Blueprints, but I'm gonna just list you for Root Trees Are Dead.
That sounds fine.
I really like that game. Actually,
That's great.
Write myself
It's
a
so
note
good.
to make sure I put that on my Game of the Year list. Hold on.
Root Trees is so good.
Root Trees for Gotti list. Okay, I wrote that down. Smooch of the Year.
Yeah, now this is a great category.
Hey, it's for everyone. Smooching Nora, Lost
Mhm.
Records. Smooching Shiel,
Cial.
Clear Obscure. Smooching Mandy, Dispatch.
Mhm.
Smooching Bobby Pin, Date Everything. And Smooching Betty, Date Everything.
Yeah.
You smooch them all, Grant. Lead the way.
You got it. I think the thing that resonates with me the hardest has to be Nora. I think because that game is split with like it does the it thing where it's like here are the people when they're young and then here are the people when they're older. And so much of like the romance is like replaying like awkward teen romance, like first kiss type shit. And I just think that the kind of like the teen romance stuff between Swan and Nora is really sweet. So I guess I'd probably go with that. It makes your heart warm when they smooch. It's good.
I think that's a good winner.
CL is great. Because there are other ways there's other like romance paths, but for me it was very clearly CL in Claire Obscure. She is wonderful, and you like learning more about her relationship, and also like how the twists and turns of the story go, and how things are bittersweet. I think that is particularly good. But in terms of like raw smooching, it's maybe not the best smooch, but it is a great romance story. And friendship, just in general. Mandy is great. I think it's a pretty solid smooch in Dispatch. It looks here like you agree.
Yep, dude. You were saying that your winner made you feel warm inside.
Yeah.
When I got the smooch, Blonde Blazer,
downstairs.
Something also got warm.
Uh-huh.
Her revealing that like when she takes off her necklace that she becomes like a quote unquote normal person. I was still like, you look exactly the same, but now you're brunette. Like, are you like, I thought you were going to become like a gargoyle. Like, and I was like, no, your hair color changed and you don't float. So.
But think about
Mandy.
the floating options, Jared. It's like Spider-Man where she's upside down and you smooch her upside down.
I've already seen 2 cinematic kisses floating in the air. One in Wicked for Good and one in Superman. And then I saw it again in Dispatch.
The other ones I included, you could probably just include like everyone in Date Everything,
Yeah.
but I picked 2 of the best ones. Bobby Pin is a Bobby Pin, an anthropomorphized Bobby Pin, who wants to be like a crime lord, and I think that is really great, and the romance arc in that is great. And then Betty is probably my favorite character. She's one of my favorite characters. In the game, certainly, and she's the bed, unsurprisingly. And I think that she is just so into everything about like being soft and bed adjacent as a character. I think that the romance in that I think works really well. But you're not physically smooching. You're in the story you're smooching them. But I think in terms of best smooch, it has to be Nora.
For me, I gotta see it. All right, let's keep this rolling on. We got a lot of categories to get through. Best handheld game: Blippo Plus, Dispatch, Mega Bonk, Final Fantasy Tactics, Donkey Kong Bonanza, Nubby's Number Factory, and Absolem.
And this is so fascinating because for me, I play Dispatch a lot in handheld mode, or
That's
streaming to it, and it works so well for me because it's something that doesn't require a ton of nuance in terms of the controls. And that for me is one of the things, because if it's like, this requires, like, you're trying to line up headshots, and it's like, okay, well, I don't want to fucking play that on my handheld. That's gonna be miserable. So for me, it made so much sense to play Dispatch in handheld mode. For you, you were like, I refuse. I won't.
I have my limits.
I'm gonna go, I think I'd probably go Blippo Plus, in that I played it almost entirely in handheld mode. And it's great. I would, like, prop up my Switch 2 in bed, and then just use my Joy-Con basically as a remote control, and that was a wonderful experience. So I think Blippo probably win.
I'm really torn because I put a ton of time into Absolem on my Switch, Final Fantasy Tactics on my Switch. I'm still not done with it, and Donkey Kong Bonanza. Pretty much anytime I go on the road, which is a lot, I have my Switch 2, and I try to, like, wait to play certain games knowing that it's like, I'm going to be stranded for a week or two. It's all I got, so I don't want to play it at home. I want to play it on the road. Man, I really want to give this to Absolem.
But Final Fantasy Tactics, Jared.
You know what? I'm going to give it to Absolem. I thought that was, like, such a perfect little handheld game. You know what's funny is Hades 2 is not even on this list, but because I did play that on the Switch, but something about Absolem's gameplay. It worked.
You 100% can play Hades in handheld mode.
Yeah,
I find it worse to play. I can read the screen way worse when I'm playing it in handheld mode.
Yeah,
I play better when on a big screen.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it to Absolem, and the reason I at the last second changed is because I think I'm going to surprise you with this next one, the award for best performance in a video game. Here are the nominees. I'm removing all the famous people from Death Stranding 2. I'm just going to get rid of them.
Yeah, because you had just put in all of them, and I don't think that counts as an entry. If you wanted to, if, like, there was, like, a Conan, like, hey, here's one person, or because also, like, I'm not even sure about which ones, because there are famous people, like George Miller's in there, but I don't think that's his voice. I guess his face for sure. It's
just his likeness, yeah.
Yeah, so it's like, I kind of, like, best face.
That's a different category. So I'll go through it. Laura Bailey as Invisigirl, Aaron Paul as Robert Robertson, Jeffrey Wright as Chase, Jennifer English as Maël. I can speak French. Laura Post as Sophia, and my winner, Banana! Koji Takeda as Donkey Kong and Donkey Kong Bonanza.
I mean, is that the best performance?
Yeah, if you can do one line 1,000 times and I never get tired of it, you sir, are an actor. You, sir, are an actor.
I like hearing him say, ooh, banana. I agree that it's good. So, Sophia, to give some context, is the safe in the attic, or, like, the storage room in Date Everything. And she's also a dominatrix. And I think that the performance is, like, 100% sells it. In that if the performance was not, I think there are plenty of characters in that game that if you had other performances, it would be fine, and they would work just fine. I think that you needed this performance to sell this character, so I think that is an important thing. Jennifer English as Maël is the main character. She is the main character of Clair Obscur. She's so good. She's so good in Clair Obscur. It's really hard to pick something else, but I will say Dispatch, so many good performances.
Good performances.
It's chock-a-block with, like, total fucking pro voice actors.
Yep. Yeah. Everyone in Dispatch could win. Like, they got streamers, they got YouTubers, they have Critical Role people, they have, capital A famous Hollywood celeb actors, and everyone crushes it, and it's like they got the perfect voice for every character, and I feel like it's hard to reward one person from that game.
Not to add more people, because I don't think we should. But I do kind of want to shout out who voiced Phenomenon, because I think that performance is fucking good. He
very much gave me shades of, like, Drax from Guardians, where it's like everything he says is, like, almost inherently funny.
He does a great job.
Unbelievable. So is your winner going to be Jennifer English?
I'm going to go against type. I'm going to go Laura Post to Sophia.
Oh, okay. I feel like you could also nominate everyone from Clair Obscur, and that would be appropriate.
Yeah, no, that is a game that has so many great performances. Like there are some that are a little stiff because there's just so many, but like all the main characters are really great.
I forgot to include Erika Ishii, but not her butt because that wasn't her real butt in the game. So
Erika Ishii is good.
Correct. Next category: best decompression game.
Mm-hmm.
This is just the lava lamp vibe. Mm-hmm. Hey Man, Lumines Arise, Blippo Plus, Sword of the Sea, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3+4, Power Wash Simulator 2, and Mega Bonk.
I think to some extent this can be a do you want to get high? Like a giant bombs Soldier Boy drinking, get drunk, smoking, get high award. In some ways it is like that. And I think for me Blippo Plus is the winner.
You're going to give it over Lumines?
Lumines Arise is great. It's a great game. I fucking love Blippo Plus.
If it's in a category, are you just going to automatically give it that?
No, win? But I think like the categories that... Because I put them in the categories that I think it did really well.
Fascinating. I'm going to give it to Tony Hawk because for me, there is something just very zen and chill about... I don't even need to think about what I'm doing with my hands. Like, with Power Wash, it's like, what button does what, and it can sometimes take you out of it, or you're trying to find the last percent. And with Mega Bonk, it's there's some challenge, and you have to kind of remember, what kind of a run I'm going on, what am I trying to achieve in this one. Tony Hawk, dude, you just listen to the song, you skate, it's second nature. I don't have to breathe, I don't have to think. I just go, and it is bliss. That is my winner. Sure indeed.
You should try Sword of the Sea, though, I will say. I think that you would like it a lot.
I'm opening up my notes app. Try Sword of the Sea.
Because it's Journey plus Tony Hawk. And, those are both great games, and it's executed really well.
That is underneath Add Root Trees Are Dead to the GOTY list. Okay, another one of my favorites. The best 7 out of 10 game. These are games that are very good, but very flawed, but we like them. But we understand that there are problems, and you can't get around them. But you still like playing it. Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2. Chronos. The First Berserker Kazan. Wu-Chang Fallen Feathers. Pokemon Legends ZA. Ninja Gaiden Ragebound. Atomfall. Power Wash Simulator 2. Marvel Cosmic Invasion. And Metroid Prime 4 Beyond.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck about most of those.
Yeah, those are mostly things I played.
Yeah, we did just stream some Power Wash. I like that. Bloodlines 2 is really frustrating to me because it's I see there is good stuff in there, and you just see at every turn. Once you get past the first let's say 5 hours or so, you see oh, they really had to make do with a lot of limitations because of the hellish nightmare that they were left with to try to salvage that game. And I don't think that it's a bad game, but it's a very compromised finished product. And I guess I would count that. I don't know if I even think that it necessarily fits the 7/10 framing, but I think that it's good, but I think it's too fucked up to really make a real GOTY list.
Instead of calling it the best 7 out of 10, we should call it the best 7/10 split.
Yeah, it's the 7/10 split of video games.
That's a perfect analogy. So are you gonna award a winner?
Yeah, Bloodlines 2, I guess. I guess that's probably the best fit for me, in that it's Bloodlines 2. I appreciate the hard work that went in, and you salvaged into a functional game that was presumably a total shit show that was very nearly canceled, and so you have that in my heart. But I think that the people who are Bloodlines heads are not going to get what they're looking for out of Bloodlines 2.
I'm really considering giving it to Pokemon. I played 40 hours of that game, and I enjoyed.
Christ.
And I enjoyed the parts that were good, but the parts that were bad, oh man. So I'm going to give it to First Berserker Kazan, which is a game I very rarely have written about or talked about. It's a very anime Souls-like, but it has really, really great combat and as close to OG FromSoft sort of level design with shortcuts and stuff. It's level-based. It's not perfect, but it's very good, and I like it a lot. And I feel like there's potential to grow, and they can iron out the issues, and they could really build something solid. So, First Berserker Kazan is my winner. Best world! Maybe the world you would like to spend the most time in. Hold on, we're adding some late entries to the stock. Ghost of Yotei, Death Stranding 2, Once Upon a Katamari, Borderlands 4, The Outer Worlds 2, Metroid Prime 4 Beyond, Clair Obscur Expedition 33, and Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3+4.
And this is one of those things that we went over and over again, because it's you kind of don't want to define it right, which I find difficult, because it isn't just the map, it also includes world building ?
Here's how I would define it. The world you would like to spend the most time in, literally.
Oh.
And
well, if that's the case, I don't want to be... I mean, I guess Tony Hawk, because that's basically the real world, because literally, I don't want to be in any of those fucking places.
Literally and figuratively. So, like, the thing I just want to boot up and be in, because it's fun to play, but you could also see yourself being like, if I were to be transported, it's both. It's both of those things. If you want to weigh one over the other, that's fine. For me, I would like to literally and figuratively spend a lot of time in the world of Once Upon a Katamari. That is my winner. A vibrant, lively, filled with just the things in life that we take for granted, just objects and detritus and knickknacks and tchotchkes and trinkets and people and animals and concepts and stars and constellation. It is like all of life, but like laid out in such a fun way. And, you know, it's just like, what a blissful thing to be a part of. Maybe not rolled up into a Katamari ball, but definitely that's my winner.
I remain not entirely sure of what I'm voting for. I guess if I had to pick a place to be as
Ghost of Yotei is just Japan. You can just go to Japan.
I was gonna say Ghost of Yotei. It looks real beautiful. Yeah. But I don't want to be in Clair Obscur rules, but I don't want to be in the world of Clair Obscur. That's a fucking nightmare.
You don't want to be in sad France.
I mean, my heart is sad France, but I don't want to live there.
France is cool, but yeah, futuristic dystopia France, no.
I guess Ghost of Yotei? I guess.
I was gonna pick Ghost of Yotei, so that's a great winner.
Sure.
There you go.
You can tell how enthusiastic I am.
That's fine. Best vibe.
Now we're talking.
This is different. Lumines Arise.
Yeah.
Blippo Plus. The Root Trees Are Dead. Sword of the Sea. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3+4. Katamari. Ghost of Yotei. Metroid Prime 4.
It's so tough. The Root Trees, I added it. It really conflicts with Blippo Plus because they're both going after similar ideas in different ways. They're executed differently, but they're doing like the nostalgia. This is like 90s computer nostalgia, and Blippo Plus is like cable TV nostalgia. Those are both really good. I think this is the category for Luminous Arise, though. It has an incredible vibe.
I really, really do appreciate the comfy familiarity of The Root Trees Are Dead in that little office and being on your computer, you know, little sounds old computers make, and like looking up old articles and just sort of just like being in the past is I like watching things that are set in a better time, you know, when you just get to think like, man, they had it and they didn't even know it. I'm gonna go with Katamari because Katamari has the best goddamn vibe of any fucking video game ever.
Just fucking eat shit, Root Trees.
Dude, it is impossible to go against like the music, like even like menu music. You're just like bobbing your head to it. You got to smile. You're collecting cousins. You're putting on little masks and outfits, and they're doing little expressions. And oh my god, what a vibe! What a banger, Katamari. Whew! All right, this is one of the hardest ones to come up with. Nominees and a winner. The best mechanic, not necessarily the best new mechanic, but something that a game does that we really appreciate. Cutting together video footage in Lost Records. Genealogy, and I guess the family tree in The Root Trees Are Dead. This fucking name's gonna kill me. Mayal, her stances in Clair Obscur, creating your own room in Blueprints, fucking destroying everything in the environment in Donkey Kong Bonanza, pinning what ingredients you're looking for out in the world for your runs for the Witch's Cauldron in Hades 2, having your vehicle auto, pick stuff up, like packages on the ground in Death Stranding 2, and vendors coming to your camp when you rest in Ghost of Yotei.
Yeah.
That's hard.
It's tough. Male stances are great. I maybe should have phrased it even more broadly to maybe being like the synergies, like the combat synergies of Clair Obscur, because setting up through, especially through Mayel's stances, she's like the key to do it. You get really late game and you're just doing you're just maxing out damage. You're doing so much fucking damage to those people. Like if you are setting things up correctly, you're just exploding them if you have set things up correctly. I think that shit's fucking rad. I mean, it's not the first time that's happened in a RPG where you could really. It's not even breaking the game. Like you are opening up the mechanics of the game to fuck shit up, and that feels great. The cutting together of video these are just extremely grand. These are extremely grand things. The cutting together of video footage, you're basically making your own documentary within the world of the game. That shit fucking rules. I love that in Lost Records. I think the answer has to be, for me, the genealogy in Root Trees Are Dead in making gamifying. Here's the thing: I'm a genealogist. I've done family tree stuff for my entire adult life, and I've always thought, man, if people could translate into a game what the high highs of genealogy, there's something's there. And I think that they just really knock it out of the park, making genealogy, making you understand. When you get wins, when you've unlocked something in genealogy, you feel that in Root Trees Are Dead, and I think they just did a fucking awesome job.
Oh man. I don't know what I'm going to go with here. I think the vendors coming to you is very convenient. I think the cars auto-picking things up in Death Stranding is very convenient, although sometimes they grab stuff you don't want. Man. You know what? I'm going to go with environmental destruction for DK because I think they do it in a different way than, most games don't do it, but in the games that do it, it's usually you're blowing things up in Teardown or Red Faction Guerrilla. Things are imploding. Things are falling on top of each other. This, it's artistic abstract expressionism where it's things can float in the air and you can sort of terramorph the world to your whim, in different ways.
Worst camera, Donkey Kong Bonanza.
Yeah, camera's not great, but I think
camera spent most time in a rock. Donkey Kong Bonanza.
I think what they're playing with there, though, is extremely cool, and I don't think that game would be anything if not for that. So I'm gonna go ahead and give that my award.
Okay.
Oh, banana! I'm so glad I gave that award to that voice actor. Best music. We're not gonna play any of the music because that's copyright or whatever. Although no one's gonna listen to it. It's not like they're gonna sue us. Clair Obscur, Once Upon a Katamari, Donkey Kong Bonanza, Hades 2, Dispatch, Lost Records, Luminez Arise, Deltarune, and Mario Kart World has a lot of really cool remixes of older tracks throughout all of Mario. But which one's your winner?
It's not even close. Jared, when you brought up best music, I was like, oh, it's not a competition. Clair Obscur is the winner by, it's not, it is so far ahead. The other competitors cannot fucking see it. They cannot see it. It's so far ahead. It is the best soundtrack by a country mile.
I don't know if it's as cut and dry, but,
it's so good. It is so good. They are crushing the orchestral style. It's incredible. Playing through that game, you just want to crank the volume almost the entire time. It's so good.
I'm gonna give it to Darren Korb in Hades 2. I think what they've achieved there with a band boss fight and character singing and the metal and the Greek influences, that stuff is which is really one of a kind. And
It's
I
the
think they've done
first
phenomenal
Hades
work.
win of the day.
Yeah. Well, maybe it might win another one. Because we're getting to best moment. So, any of the games we've discussed, possible spoilers. The Gommage.
Mm-hmm.
Or Gommage. Whatever. Clair Obscur. The Lamp Master fight, Clair Obscur.
Mm-hmm.
The real protagonist, Clair Obscur.
Yeah.
The Zagreus reveal in Hades 2. Saving the Kangaroo in Death Stranding 2. Room 46, Blueprints. The Ladder, and Metal Gear Solid Delta, which you don't think we should include.
Yeah, it's the best moment of 2004, for sure.
What about the meow?
If we lived in the year 2004 instead of 2025, then yeah, sure.
I'm going to add in Oh Banana from DK.
7 parentheses 1000th time.
Yeah. And,
is that a moment?
Alright, fine. It's not a moment. But you know what is a moment is, the end of Katamari, where you are rolling up all the planets that you've created throughout the game in like in outer space. And there's like a big like cosmic scroll, and you fit. That's a great moment. Grant, who's your winner? What's your
I think
winner?
it has to. All three of the Clair Obscur ones are really good. I think so. When I say the real protagonist, I think what I'm using that as like a shorthand, and I linked out to like the Paintress fight. I think like the late game understanding about how things are, how the world works, why people are the way they are, and there's three big acts, and you could say like, okay, this character maybe is like the lead of this act, and this character is probably the lead of the second act, and then you go the third act, and you go like, okay, here's the real protagonist of the video game, actually. And like you could define it in other ways, but I think probably like the late game reveal once you have fought the Paintress, I think is what I mean. So I'll just call that the real protagonist.
I'm gonna go with the finally getting to Room 46 in Blueprints, which like uncovers all these sort of like secrets and narratives. And it's obviously a big moment because it's like the first time you're finally sort of like completing the game, which could take you 20 minutes if you know what you're doing, or hours upon hours. And then it opens up like a whole other sort of like, well, guess what is going on beneath the house? Because there's all this other fucking shit. That is, quite a head turner. Makes your head spin. And it's very satisfying to actually be able to conquer that game, having like gone through it and upgraded yourself and found the things on the periphery of the house, to like make your run start off easier by you have more things, or you have more knowledge, and you get to create your own rooms, and so like there's like upgraded rooms within the pool, and you finally get there and you're like, yeah, I did it, haha, and now I get to see this stupid kid reading his book because he went from the red prints to the blue prints,
Yeah.
All right.
I didn't get any. I don't feel like I got even particularly close to Room 47 in Blueprints.
What a game. Best new character. Mr. Calcium, who is a skateboarding skeleton with sunglasses from Megabonk. He's a pretty cool dude. He throws bones.
But
No,
he
nothing great.
owns bones,
No, he throws the bones.
but he doesn't own them.
I mean, he's a skeleton. He owns his own bones, but he throws bones as a weapon. Anyways, Melanoe, Hades 2. Dollman, Death Stranding 2. Tarman, Death Stranding 2. Gustav, Clair Obscur. Maele from Clair Obscur.
SDA?
Eske from Clair Obscur. Chase, Dispatch. Phenomenon, Dispatch. Beef, Dispatch.
Sure.
I like that blue guy from Avowed, but I don't remember his name, so he's off the list.
It's Garrus. Garrus from Mass Effect.
Garrus.
It's the only thing that matters.
I'm real close to giving Beef this award.
Come now, Beef is good, but I don't dislike Beef, but Beef doesn't talk.
The moment at the end of the game when is holding up Beef, an honest to God jaw dropper in our living room, as if like a real person in our lives are going to die. It was scary. I'm trying to think of who I would give it to if it was not Beef.
I mean, from Dispatch, I think Phenomenon is so good. Phenomenon is so good. So I don't want to get too spoilery, so I won't go into too hard. It is so easy for him to have been a huge dick, And the fact that they kind of set it up and like hint at it, and then they're like, actually, he's not a huge dick.
No,
I
he's
think,
an alien.
yeah, he's just a weirdo. I think Phenomenal Man kind of rules.
I just look like a human. Dude, the bit with the melons, oh my god.
Yeah,
I've spent $835 on these melons for the next 11 months.
He's so good. He's so good.
He's unbelievable.
Chase, I also think is really good. He's like of this. I think Chase is like a great character, especially once you start. If Invisible is good, like for sure. I think, but like and the stuff you get with like the flashback with Chase, like that stuff really lands. I think like seeing him in different points in his life, I think that really worked for me.
But you're gonna give it to some character from Clair Obscur.
It's where my heart is. But the question is, who? Definitely not Gustav. Like, motherfuck Gustav. Like, Gustav's fine. He's fine.
Oh,
he's like
Pizza Chef. We forgot Pizza Chef.
Pizza Chef from Stranding 2. You love Pizza Chef.
I swear to God, the only cutscene I sat and I watched the whole thing was that Pizza Chef where you go down into his, like, down the stairs and there's like a trap and he's doing kung fu and stuff. And then he makes you like an honorary. Oh my God, dude. Pizza Chef is the best. The best character in that game.
SK is so good, but so is Mayo. I'm gonna go Mayo from Clair Obscur.
It trips me up because the two L's, like, you'd think in Spanish, like, that's a Y, but...
No.
All right, best story. Clair Obscur, Dispatch, The Retreats Are Dead, Blippo Plus, Lost Records, Bloom and Rage.
I love all of those games. I think that they should all win, but I can't do that. Clair Obscur is the winner. It is, every part of it is great. I think like the A plot, like the main story, the boost forward is great. I think the way that the game can end, I think they nail that. All the stuff that I also think about is as story that is often overlooked when people talk about story, because people often think about just like, here's the main thing that they're doing, but like the interpersonal relationships, all of that shit crushes. It's all really good. I think Clair Obscur is easily the best story, even though that this is a year that has numerous like really strong entries.
My winner is Dispatch. Great jokes, memorable, lovable characters you would love to hate or turn into characters you love to hate. A genuinely like very menacing villain who pretty much throughout the entire game you're like, I don't know how these guys are gonna beat him. Like he's got you all figured out. It is just such a refreshing thing to just like not have to worry when you're playing it. Like once you like start it and you're like, oh, the people who made this knew exactly where this is going. They knew who everyone was. Like I'm in good hands and I can just lean back and enjoy I did. Terrific game. So
I will say, I think that like for me, I almost wanted to give it to Root Trees Are Dead because the way it tells its story is so unique among games. I think it's so clever, and the way that they handle searching, like, because it's a game in which you have to like look up things in like historical documents, but the way it gamifies it and like streamlines it, I think is so fucking smart, and all of that is part of like the mechanical stuff is part of how they tell that story, and I think that's really great. I don't think it beats out Clair Obscur, but I just wanted to give it a shout out because it's so fucking smart.
Now for the fun ones. These are just the silly ones. Biggest Creep. The King of All Cosmos, Once Upon a Katamari. Dollman, Death Stranding 2. Higgs, Death Stranding 2. Toxic, Dispatch. And Waterboy, Dispatch.
It's Waterboy and it's not close. Waterboy is a huge fucking creep.
He's just a shy nerd.
He vomits water everywhere! He's a huge fucking creep!
He's just a lovable guy.
A lovable creep. And he's also creeping on you. You're macking on Mandy. He's peeping like a perv.
Man, Higgs is such a good creep. Should I give it to Higgs? No. I'm gonna go with not my heart but my brain, which is telling me the King of All Cosmos is the biggest creep. This motherfucker wearing his outfit, laying down with his crotch exposed. The things he says. What, dude? That guy fucks, and he wants you to know it. As much as I love Higgs and Toxic for having his dick out, the way the King of All Cosmos doesn't have his dick out, but the energy screams, I really want to drop trow. My winner is the King of All Cosmos.
It's no water boy, but I accept it.
All right. This one is a rarity. And you know when you know when award bodies give out like a Lifetime Achievement Award?
Mm-hmm.
This is that. We have already predetermined a winner, and we're going to hand out this Lifetime Achievement Award. But the name of this award is the Shut the Fuck Up Award. And there were a number of nominees. The Roblox CEO, Microsoft CEO, really every CEO.
Mm-hmm.
Ken Levine said a number of things this year that were wild. But,
shut the fuck up. Ken Levine should shut the fuck up.
But I think hands down, this year's distinguished winner of the Please Shut the Fuck Up Award, for a lifetime of things, is Randy Pitchford.
Shut the fuck up, Randy Pitchford. Stop talking and your games would be better. Your company would be in a better place if you would shut the fuck up. Stop tweeting, Randy Pitchford. What the fuck?
Oh my god. The price of the game thing. The more time we talk about it, the angrier I'm going to get. So we should just move on to our final category.
Do not read all of these. This is
We're not going to read every nominee. We will put this on the website. But the worst name of a video game, I honestly could throw a dart blind at this list, and whatever it hit, I'd be like, yeah, that's the winner. Because there were some horrific names this year.
I love Claire Obscure Expedition 33, but that name is dog ass.
The confusion about 2XKO, 2KO, that's also real bad.
So here's the reason why I think Claire Obscure Expedition 33 is bad. Beyond the obvious, on its face, it's bad. People also couldn't fucking decide which part they wanted to shorten it to. I chose Claire Obscure as the part to shorten it to, but there are plenty of people who chose Expedition 33 as the part to shorten it to. And you just have to, like, I've seen so many people write it as, like, E33, and you just have to know what the fuck that means. It's a shit-ass name. It's a bad name, and they did a bad job.
I'm going to actually pick a winner.
Okay.
I have been told that a lot of these are literal translations of Japanese names.
Yeah.
So I can't, like, badger them too much. But I'm going to give a winner to something that I can badger a whole bunch. Tales of the Shire, the Lord of the Rings game.
It's not good. Tales of the Shire is, like, okay. It's probably like a 4 out of 10. It's okay. It's all right, but it's not exciting. And then you add in the the Lord of the Rings game.
Makes my brain break.
Really bad. It's really bad.
Flames.
Why wouldn't you just? If they insisted on putting Lord of the Rings in the name for whatever trademark reasons or whatever, why wouldn't you just be the Lord of the Rings Tales of the Shire?
Oh my god. We're going to wrap up. Please go to our website, videogame.town. Look at the list of the worst name nominees. Because Jesus Christ, some of these. Oh my god.
But not great.
Opus Echo of Star Song - Full Bloom Edition?
It's not good.
No Sleep for Kaname Date from AI the Somnium Files? Romancing Saga.
We're not reading all of the Saga.
Minstrel Song Remastered International.
It's not good.
A-Train, All Aboard, exclamation point, Tourism.
We have to close.
Nintendo
Bye,
Switch 2 Edition.
Video Game Town!
Videogame.town. We're on Blue Sky, we're on YouTube, we're on Twitch and Instagram and TikTok.
Alrighty. Thank you all. Bye-bye.